Chosen one. Subscribe and let the awakening compass guide you. What if the discomfort you're feeling isn't chaos, but God breaking the chains that no longer serve His purpose for your life? Have you noticed how your behaviors and desires are changing in ways you can't explain? Perhaps things you once found enjoyable now feel empty, and you're drawn to pursuits that bring a sense of peace and purpose. This is no accident. It's the Holy Spirit recalibrating your priorities and aligning your actions with God's divine will. These transformations are not always easy, often requiring sacrifices and moments of discomfort, but they're the unmistakable signs of a higher calling taking root within you. Keep reading to uncover the full depth of these hidden changes and how they signify the beginning of a profound spiritual journey. Most people dismiss these signs, thinking they're just coincidences or fleeting moments. But they're not. They're the unmistakable evidence of a spiritual renewal, a transformation that goes beyond what the eye can see. If you've been feeling different lately, more discerning, at peace despite life's chaos, or even distant from certain people, it's because you're being aligned with God's purpose. Stay with me, and I'll reveal the 3 secret signs that prove the Holy Spirit is working within you and leading you toward a life of power, clarity, and divine joy. When the Holy Spirit enters your life, it feels like a divine fire consuming everything old, planting seeds for a new creation. The comfort of familiar habits is stripped away, and the deep roots of ingrained behaviors are exposed to the heat of transformation. It is not an easy process. It mirrors gold being refined in fire, where every impurity is removed and a new radiance emerges over time. This divine transformation is intense yet essential, revealing the brilliance of your renewed essence. This process triggers a metamorphosis that reshapes the core of who you are. The old version of yourself becomes almost unrecognizable, like a distant memory of a life left behind. You feel a sense of spiritual renewal as if a veil has been lifted, exposing clarity and purpose in ways you never imagined. Each step of this journey, though challenging, carries the promise of aligning your being with God's purpose, allowing His light to shine through you. The discomfort of transformation often feels like a storm, shaking every corner of your life. But within this storm lies the divine peace that surpasses understanding, a peace that anchors you in trust despite the chaos. It is in these moments of upheaval that the Holy Spirit begins to refine your soul, replacing doubt with spiritual clarity and fear with divine joy. Slowly, the unfamiliar becomes a testament to the new creation God is forming within you. Every trial in this journey is a step closer to God's alignment for your life. You begin to see the evidence of His hand, reshaping your path, even as resistance arises around you. The transformation is far from over. It's only the beginning of a powerful process that demands courage and unwavering trust in God's plan. This refining fire sets the stage for the visible signs of transformation yet to come. One of the first visible signs of transformation is the physical glow that begins to radiate from within. As the Holy Spirit works in your life, the stress, burdens, and weariness that once weighed on you seem to lift. Your face starts to reflect an inner renewal, a brightness that no earthly beauty product can replicate. This newfound radiance is not merely external. It is a sign of spiritual growth and a deeper alignment with God's purpose, shining through you for all to see. This physical transformation often draws attention, both positive and negative. Those who are drawn to light may admire the changes, while others may feel discomfort or even resentment. The spiritual clarity you embody unsettles those who are resistant to change, as your transformation exposes their own unhealed areas. This glow is not just about beauty, it is a testament to the divine joy and peace you now carry, a beacon for those who seek the same renewal. Even your posture and demeanor reflect the shift. Where once there was heaviness, now there is lightness, a freedom that comes from releasing old burdens. This spiritual renewal is etched into your being, from the way you move to the way you smile. It is a physical manifestation of the fruits of the Spirit, peace, gentleness, and self-control, expressed in every part of your life. It becomes undeniable proof that God's work in you is real and ongoing. Yet, this radiance can also act as a dividing line. Some will celebrate your transformation, while others will reject it, unable to comprehend the source of your light. This rejection is a reminder of the cost of following the Holy Spirit's call. As your inner renewal becomes more evident, so does the resistance from those who feel threatened by it. But this is only the beginning of the transformation, setting the stage for deeper behavioral shifts and a complete reordering of your priorities. When the Holy Spirit takes hold of your life, it begins to reshape your actions, thoughts, and desires from the inside out. Old habits that once defined you, anger, indulgence, impatience, start to lose their grip, replaced by self-control, patience, and peace. These changes are not superficial. They reflect the deep work of spiritual renewal, aligning your character with the fruits of the Spirit. Each step forward feels like a battle won, as God's presence begins to redefine who you are. Your priorities shift in ways you never thought possible. The things that once consumed your time and energy no longer hold the same appeal. Instead, your focus turns to what truly matters, living in alignment with God's purpose and serving others with love and humility. The transformation feels radical, as if the very core of your identity has been rewritten. This change, while liberating, often confounds those who thrived on your past weaknesses, challenging their perception of who you are. This behavioral evolution is not without resistance. Friends, family, and even acquaintances may struggle to understand your new path, especially those who benefited from your old patterns. They may dismiss your transformation as temporary or criticize your newfound peace. Yet, their discomfort reveals the power of the Holy Spirit's work in you. Your life becomes a mirror, reflecting God's light, and in doing so, exposing the areas where others are still in darkness. The journey of shifting behaviors and priorities is a testament to God's refining fire, burning away what no longer serves His purpose. It is a process that requires courage, as you let go of the familiar to embrace the unknown. But with every sacrifice, you step closer to the life God has prepared for you, a life marked by divine alignment, clarity, and joy. This reordering of priorities sets the stage for the deeper relationship changes and life path adjustments that follow. As the Holy Spirit transforms your heart, the relationships in your life undergo a profound shift. People who once seemed inseparable may begin to fade, not because of anger or rejection, but because your paths no longer align. God's purpose requires pruning, removing those who no longer support your spiritual growth and replacing them with individuals who uplift and guide you toward His divine will. Though this separation is painful, it reflects the holy process of distinguishing light from darkness. This change often reveals the true nature of those around you. Toxic relationships, once hidden in familiarity, are brought to light, exposing manipulation, envy, and selfishness. As you embrace spiritual clarity, you find yourself gravitating toward those who share your values and faith. This new alignment doesn't just bring healthier connections, it reinforces your commitment to walking in divine alignment, even when it means leaving cherished relationships behind. The path God lays before you may feel lonely at times, as you adjust to the loss of familiar faces. However, the fruits of the Spirit, love, peace, and joy, become your companions, reminding you that the sacrifices made are not in vain. The relationships God removes are replaced with ones that encourage your faith, support your purpose, and celebrate the transformation He is working in you. Each new connection is a testament to His faithfulness in aligning your journey with His perfect plan. These relational shifts are often misunderstood by those who do not share your perspective. Some may accuse you of arrogance, while others may resist the changes out of fear of being left behind. Yet, this resistance only affirms the need for transformation. The Holy Spirit's work is not meant to keep you in comfort but to propel you into greater purpose. These shifts prepare you for the inevitable resistance that arises when the light of your transformation exposes the brokenness of others. Transformation is never without resistance, and as the Holy Spirit works within you, opposition becomes inevitable. Those who once celebrated your journey may now turn away, unable to comprehend the light you now carry. This resistance often comes from those who feel threatened, as your spiritual renewal exposes their own brokenness. Manipulators and narcissists, especially, may lash out, trying to drag you back into the patterns you've left behind. Their rejection is not a reflection of your worth but a sign of the depth of God's work in you. This resistance mirrors the journey of Jesus, who faced criticism, betrayal, and rejection even as he fulfilled his divine mission. Your walk will echo his, as the path to God's purpose often comes with judgment and opposition. It takes immense strength and unwavering faith to stand firm in the face of these challenges, to trust that the divine alignment in your life is worth every battle. The Holy Spirit equips you with discernment and resilience, fortifying your heart against the weight of rejection. Opposition often reveals itself in subtle ways, a hurtful word, an envious glance, or outright conflict. Yet, even in these moments of pain, there is purpose. Each encounter strengthens your reliance on God, teaching you to seek His divine peace rather than the fleeting approval of others. Resistance becomes a tool for your growth, sharpening your spiritual senses and deepening your trust in the path He has set before you. Every act of resistance you face is a refining fire, burning away the need for validation from the world. It pushes you closer to spiritual growth, molding you into the person God has called you to be. Though the weight of rejection is heavy, it is nothing compared to the glory revealed through your transformation. This resistance paves the way for the gifts of discernment and deeper spiritual clarity that prepare you for the next phase of your journey. As the Holy Spirit transforms your life, a profound gift begins to emerge: discernment. This heightened awareness allows you to see beyond appearances, unveiling hidden truths about people and situations. What once seemed confusing or misleading now becomes clear, as if a fog has been lifted. This clarity is not of your own making. It is the result of spiritual growth, aligning your thoughts and actions with God's purpose. It equips you to navigate life with wisdom and grace, protecting your divine peace. Discernment is both a shield and a compass. It guards your heart from deception and guides your steps toward what is righteous and true. You begin to recognize when something is out of alignment with God's will, feeling a nudge in your spirit that steers you back on course. This newfound awareness empowers you to make choices that honor your calling, even when those choices come at the cost of comfort or familiarity. The clarity brought by discernment often reveals what others cannot see. You understand the spiritual battles behind certain actions, discerning between genuine support and hidden motives. This insight strengthens your ability to protect your peace and remain steadfast in the face of adversity. It also deepens your connection to the fruits of the Spirit, enabling you to respond to challenges with love, patience, and self-control rather than fear or frustration. Each moment of discernment is a step toward greater spiritual clarity, a reminder that the Holy Spirit is actively working within you. This clarity illuminates your path, helping you recognize the sacrifices needed to walk in alignment with God's plan. Though the journey is far from over, this gift of discernment becomes a cornerstone of your faith, preparing you for the sacrifices and rewards that lie ahead. Transformation by the Holy Spirit often comes with a cost, sacrifices that cut deep and challenge the very essence of who you once were. Old habits that once brought comfort now feel out of place, incompatible with the path God has set before you. Relationships that once defined you may fade, as God prunes your life to make room for His purpose. Each sacrifice, though painful, is a step toward spiritual growth and the reward of divine peace that surpasses understanding. These losses are not without purpose. They are the refining fire that burns away distractions, leaving only what aligns with God's will. The shedding of the old makes way for the new, a life marked by divine alignment and joy. Every piece of your former self that you surrender is replaced by something far greater, a deeper connection with God and the fulfillment of His promises. These sacrifices are not setbacks, they are stepping stones to a life of purpose and eternal reward. The rewards of these sacrifices become evident as your spirit begins to soar in newfound freedom. The burdens you once carried are replaced by the fruits of transformation: love, joy, patience, and self-control. This journey reminds you that while the world may see loss, heaven sees victory. The treasures you gain, divine joy, unshakable faith, and alignment with God's kingdom, far outweigh what you leave behind. Yet, the journey of sacrifice is ongoing, calling for continued trust and obedience. Each step forward requires releasing the past and embracing the unknown, knowing that God's plans are far greater than anything you could imagine. These sacrifices pave the way for a life that is not just transformed but fully aligned with His will, setting the stage for a deeper surrender to His guidance in the next phase of your journey. The final stage of transformation is marked by a complete surrender to God's plan, trusting Him to lead even when the path is unclear. As the Holy Spirit strengthens and comforts you, you begin to embrace His guidance with open arms. This surrender is not a sign of weakness but of profound faith, acknowledging that God's ways are higher and His plans perfect. In the face of resistance and loss, this trust anchors you in divine peace, reminding you that you are never alone. Walking in God's will requires courage, for the journey is often filled with uncertainty and challenges. Yet, with every step, the Holy Spirit whispers assurance, infusing your heart with spiritual clarity and divine joy. You learn to lean not on your own understanding but on the promises of God, knowing that His timing is flawless. This alignment brings a sense of purpose that transforms not just your life but the lives of those around you. Prayer becomes your lifeline, a sacred connection that fuels your faith and strengthens your resolve. Through prayer, you find the courage to persevere, the wisdom to discern, and the peace to let go of what you cannot control. Each prayer is a declaration of trust, a surrender to God's transformative work in your life. It is here, in these moments of communion, that the depth of His love and guidance becomes undeniable. The guidance of the Holy Spirit also refines your ability to hear God's voice in the noise of daily life. Decisions that once brought anxiety now feel infused with peace as you recognize the gentle leading of His Spirit. This newfound clarity empowers you to move forward, not in fear, but in bold confidence that you are walking in step with His divine plan. Every step forward strengthens your connection to God and aligns you more deeply with His purpose. As you fully embrace God's guidance, you begin to see how every trial, every sacrifice, and every act of obedience has prepared you for this moment. The transformation is no longer just internal. It radiates through every aspect of your life. You are living proof of the power of trusting in God's will, a vessel of His glory and a testimony of His faithfulness. Though the journey continues, you now walk forward with unwavering trust, knowing that the Holy Spirit is leading you into the fullness of His promises. Now that you've discovered the signs of transformation through the Holy Spirit, the real question is, will you take the next step? Knowing that your life is being reshaped for a divine purpose isn't just knowledge, it's an invitation to action. Are you willing to let go of the old, embrace the sacrifices, and trust in the journey God has laid before you? Every change, every challenge, and every shift you experience is a step closer to the extraordinary life God has planned for you. Take a moment to reflect. What areas of your life need aligning with God's will? What habits or relationships might be holding you back from your true potential? The Holy Spirit is already at work, but it's up to you to fully surrender and embrace this transformation. Let this be the start of a journey toward spiritual clarity, divine peace, and a deeper connection with God. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else to step into their transformation. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss more insights like these. Let's walk this path together, one step closer to God's perfect purpose for our lives.